So, a while ago I made a video on some Majora's Mask facts, and one of the things I talked about was the scrapped adult Link mask and how the developers struggled to find a purpose for it because Zora Link can do pretty much all of adult Link's actions. This led to some speculation in the comments and some really interesting suggestions of what the adult Link mask could have been used for, so I'm going to read a few of them and give my thoughts on them. Our first comment comes from Fierce Deity Mask, who says, "I feel like they may have had a use for it. Remember in Ocarina of Time you'd get gauntlets that allowed you to lift big objects? If they wanted to reuse the big pillars that block the fairy fountains in Ocarina of Time, the adult Link mask could have been used to bypass those by giving Link a gauntlet when he became an adult. It could have also been used to increase Link's sword damage, increasing his running speed to Zora speed, and giving Link the height that he needed to climb higher structures." Now, the only thing about that last part is technically Zora Link and adult Link are pretty much the same height. Honestly, other than that, it's pretty hard to argue with this one. It's a pretty well thought out way of how they could have implemented the adult Link mask into the game. Next, we have an interesting comment from the Hard-On Field Registry. Child Link having some of his adult items implies he went adventuring around Hyrule after Zelda sent him back. He probably still went back to kill Goma, the Dodongo, and the parasite within Jabu Jabu. That's neat. Knowing everything he knows, he probably speedran it. Also, having an adult Link mask feels like a decision made simply to please fans since Ocarina of Time was so popular. But because it wasn't something they specifically had a passion about, it's easy to see why it was removed. This is a neat theory and does make a lot of sense. I believe even in the Majora's Mask manga, they imply that Link handled the troubles he dealt with before the time skip when he returned to the child timeline, so it lines up pretty well with him having some of his adult items. Last, we have a comment from Jeremiah Boy. "I think it'd been cool if they included the adult Link mask and turned it into the Fierce Deity Mask during the final fight. Could you imagine the lore implications behind that? That actually would have been pretty dope. Like, imagine if the game ends after you fight Majora and they kind of do like a Majin Vegeta type thing where he has to fight back the evil within him, maybe even having it cycle back to Shadow Link from Ocarina of Time in some kind of way. It definitely would have been cool." Anyways, if you guys like the background footage, go follow Majora. He created this, and it looks amazing. He's a really talented creator, and he's the guy who is best known for tearing apart the Link is dead theory back in the day. Other than that, I'm having a little bit of a writer's block, so if you guys have any Zelda theories or questions you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm looking for different things to make videos on. Alrighty, you guys all take care. Have a good one.